Hello from Dhaka, this is Motushi Jubaida Rahman and you are watching Business News. At first, the headlines. Chief Advisor hopes MPO-listed teachers return to classrooms. Government announces 15% house rent for MPO teachers employees. Election Commission plans central cell to combat AI misuse during polls. GED's economic outlook presents cautious optimism. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, Japan's Iron Lady 2.0. Now let's go for the details. Chief Advisor hopes MPO-listed teachers return to classrooms. Chief Advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus, today expressed hope that teachers under the monthly payment order scheme will return to classrooms with renewed spirit following the government's decision to increase their house rent allowance. The Chief Advisor made the remarks through the Chief Advisor's press wing this afternoon. The interim government has approved 7.5% increase in house rent allowance of MPO-listed teachers and employees effective from 1st November 2025. A further 7.5% increase is scheduled from July 2026. Professor Yunus said that the government considers the teachers' demands reasonable. He, however, said the country's fragile economic condition caused by years of corruption and mismanagement prevented a full 20% increase. A series of meetings were held with advisors, including Education Advisor Professor Dr. C.R. Abrar, Finance Advisor Dr. Saliuddin Ahmed, and Planning Advisor Dr. Wahiduddin Mahmood before reaching the decision. The Chief Advisor extended special thanks to Professor Dr. C.R. Abrar and all others who worked to address the issue. Government announces 50% house rent for MPO teachers and employees. The government has increased the house rent allowance for teachers and employees of monthly payment order or MPO-listed non-government educational institutions to 50%. According to an official order issued by the Finance Division in Dhaka today, the increase will be implemented in two phases. From 1st November 2025, teachers and employees will receive 7.5% of their basic salary as house rent allowance with a minimum of 2,000 Taka. The remaining 7.5% will take effect from 1st of July 2026, bringing the total of 15% of the basic salary. The Finance Division said the decision was taken considering the existing budget limitations. The additional benefits will later be adjusted in the next national pay scale. It also mentioned that the new benefit will not create any arrear claims and all financial rules must be followed strictly. The order further stated that any irregularities in expenditure will make the bill approving authority liable. The implementation must comply with the Non-Government Educational Institution Manpower Structure and MPO Policy 2021, the Madrasa MPO Policy 2018, and the Vocational Business Management, Agricultural and Fisheries Diploma MPO Policy 2018. Education Advisor Professor Dr. Chaudhry Rafiqul Abrar welcomed the decision, saying the government is committed to improving the living standard of teachers. He said, as a teacher myself, I feel fortunate to be part of this process that fulfills a long-standing demand of our educators. He added that this step reflects the state's responsibility toward those who shape the nation's future. The Education Ministry described the move as a result of dialogue and compromise between teachers and the government. Meanwhile, the Finance Division's previous circular, Memo number 260, dated 16th October 2015, has been cancelled with this new directive. The concerned ministry has been asked to issue a government order and send 4 copies to the Finance Division for endorsement. Election Commission plans central cell to combat AI misuse during polls. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin said today that the Election Commission has planned to set up a central cell to combat artificial intelligence generated misinformation and disinformation during the upcoming national elections. He was addressing as the chief guest at a workshop titled Integration of AI in Upcoming National Election to Counter Misinformation and Disinformation at the Election Training Institution in Dhaka, Agargaon. The workshop was organized for the officials of NTMC, MIST, BTRC, CID, the ICT Division, IFES, BUET, Dhaka University, BASIS, private universities, and Election Commission Secretariat and other relevant organizations. The Chief Election Commissioner said that the misuse of artificial intelligence has become a global concern, and the Commission plans to form a centrally coordinated cell to ensure accurate information reaches remote areas. He said that this will be a 24-hour task requiring a well-structured operational framework. The system, he said, must include clear recommendations on manpower, fact-checking, coordination among agencies, and the rapid delivery of verified information. The Chief Election Commissioner further said that the Election Commission wants a quick and effective fact-checking mechanism, not just a set of guidelines, but an integrated and actionable system. GED's economic outlook presents cautious optimism. Bangladesh's latest economic update and outlook shows cautious optimism for the coming months, with inflation gradually moderating. According to the October 2025 report by the General Economics Division of the Planning Commission, deposit growth has rebounded in recent months, a sign of improving public confidence following reforms by the government and Bangladesh Bank. The report credits this rebound to several steps, including lower interest rates on national savings certificates, digital financial inclusion through e-money and agent banking, and routing government cash transfers via banks. Strong remittance inflows have also supported deposit growth, while election-related activities are expected to boost investors' sentiment. Inflation slightly increased in September, reaching 8.36% compared to 8.29% in August. Despite this, inflation has remained broadly stable. Food inflation rose marginally, but rice prices began to ease, falling by about 1 percentage point from August. To ensure food security and price stability, the government approved the import of 50,000 tons of rice from India and 220,000 tons of wheat from the United States on 8 October. An additional 400,000 tons of grain are expected to arrive by November. Bangladesh's foreign exchange reserves have also shown steady recovery, rising from 25.5 billion US dollars in March to 31.4 billion in September. Under the BPM-6 measurement, reserves stood at $26.6 billion. Exports dipped slightly to $3.63 billion in September from $3.92 billion in August, mainly due to seasonal factors and a slowdown in ready-made garment shipments. However, non-RMG sectors such as jute, leather, and light engineering continued to perform steadily. The Taka remained stable, trading between 121 and 122 per US dollar from June to September. Meanwhile, the National Board of Revenue collected over 54,000 crore Taka during July and August, a 21% increase from last year. VAT showed the strongest growth, rising by nearly 34%, followed by income tax collection, up by 24%. To strengthen administration, the NBR has launched major reforms, setting up 12 new commission rates and customs houses and creating 3,600 new positions in VAT and custom divisions. The General Economics Division said these developments reflect a stabilizing economy, improved policy coordination, and stronger financial management. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, Japan's Iron Lady 2.0. Sanae Takaichi became Japan's first woman prime minister on Tuesday following her victory in the ruling Liberal Democratic Party's leadership race earlier this month. The 64-year-old leader was appointed by Parliament in Tokyo after forming a last-minute coalition deal. She is Japan's fifth head of government in as many years. Known as a staunch conservative, Takaichi has focused on defense and economic insecurity rather than gender issues. A former economic security minister, she is known for her tough stance on China and her support for Taiwan. She has also been a frequent visitor to the Yasukuni shrine, though she has avoided a recent festival there. Takaichi has pledged to improve gender balance in her cabinet but opposes revising Japan's marriage law that requires couples to share the same surname. Her supporters call her Iron Lady 2.0, inspired by her political idol, former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Takaichi is backed by the conservative wing of the Liberal Democratic Party and follows of late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. She supports aggressive monetary easing and fiscal spending similar to his Abenomics policy. Analysts say her tough stance on immigration and foreign influence aims to regain voters who recently turned to new nationalist parties. That's all for now. For more update, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.